Looking back over for more than 30 years since I left Colegio San Andres, having served 15 years there, I've got many precious memories. My children were born during that time there, and I, in one sense, grew up professionally in that school. I often used to say and still maintain that a teacher who has nothing to learn should stop teaching. I certainly learned a lot during my time in Colegio San Andres. The school taught me a lot. I hope I was able to pass on something in return. One of the things that struck me about the school was the character formation that was basic to the ethos of the school and basic to what we were attempting to do. I was struck very much one time when interviewing a mother who wanted her little boy to get into the school, and asked her, "Why do you want your boy to come to Colegio San Andres?" And without hesitation she said, "I am a secretary in an office where the boss is a former pupil of Colegio San Andres. If he makes a mistake, he doesn't blame the secretary." And that has stuck with me. We wanted to form pupils with that kind of character. Pupils who knew when they went out into the world, with all that they had learned from the school, they would know how to handle other people, how to manage people. This was an education in the school that was delivered by all in the school. Everyone was part of a team, the Familia San Andresina. We all worked together to help the children in the formation of their character. Because so much of it couldn't be done just in a formal classroom setting. So much couldn't be done even by the Superintendente General, as I used to be called, in assemblies. But it was done in the way people interacted with people. One of my deep memories there is the way Florrie Donaldson managed the administration and particularly the janitorial staff. During my time there, a number of members of the janitorial staff started as raw recruits. There were one or two there when I started who have continued to the present, including Trinidad. And these boys, they were raw recruits when they came. They learned a lot from the school, and during their time they passed on some of that learning in their interaction with pupils. Pupils saw them daily. Pupils respected them. Pupils saw them not as servants, but as real people who were making a valuable contribution to the school. I mentioned my own children at the start, and they too, as little children, got to know the janitorial staff as we lived in the Edificio San Andres, which was part of the complex of buildings, and sometimes the janitors would come over and help paint the room, do some kind of maintenance work, and they always interacted well with our little children. During my time in the school, these 15 years, it wasn't all a bed of roses. I was a young head teacher and I had a lot to learn. There were also upheavals in society around. It was a left-wing military government that was in power, and they didn't always appreciate the importance of having private schools. During that time, I learned to appreciate the faithfulness and loyalty of many of the staff in Colegio San Andres. Some of the teachers were on strike in the state schools where they taught, but they didn't consider strike action in Colegio San Andres. They were loyal, and their faithfulness was something that I felt needed to be rewarded, and rewarded by reciprocal faithfulness on my part. Some of the people that I couldn't really single out too many, but on the teaching staff, Mariano Lint certainly stands out. He was an exceptional teacher. He could get amazing work done by his pupils, and that's what I considered a good teacher to be. He gave a lifetime's support to the school. On the janitorial staff, then Trinidad would stand out. There almost as long as Mariano Lint was, almost half a century, and his contribution to the school was and is exceptional. Several generations of pupils went through the school during their time in the school, were influenced by them. Trinidad was seen in the playground, he was seen at the door as the pupils came and as the pupils left. And their interaction with the pupils certainly made an impact on them and on their characters.